on. Disconnect and connect.
It's hot.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you very well. Good morning, Prakash.
Yeah, it is not working.
Yeah, Prakash, we can hear you.
Yeah, perfect. Now it is coming.
Morning.
Okay, now I know what's going on. Okay, we have got this new OS on my MacBook MS something, and it has some issue with the Bluetooth. Okay, now it's all good. Okay, so let me start with. Everybody stand up. We'll do 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a warm up. With the mantra, so I'm going to put the mantra. We'll do 2 rounds.
Round number 1. Om Nityaya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaya Namaha. Om Purushe Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Manichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhakaraya Namaha. Om Shri Savitra Surya Narayanaya Namaha. Round number 2. Om Nityaya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaya Namaha. Om Purushe Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Manichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkaya Namaha. Om Bhakaraya Namaha. Om Shri Savitra Surya Narayanaya Namaha.
Okay. today what we'll do is, we'll do all the 4 flow asana. In the course of the week, we do normally 4 of them, right? Like Surya Namaskar is one of them, Yoga Namaskar, then we do Bharyadi and Vyagrasana flow, and then we do this Hanuman Asana, 3 variations. We'll do all today, one after the another, like 1 or 2 rounds of all of them. And then we'll do some of the asanas for our lower back, okay? So Surya Namaskar is one of them, which is the movement of 10. There are 10 movements, right, in Surya Namaskar. But there are 8 asanas, unique asanas we do in Surya Namaskar. So now the next one we'll do is called Yoga Namaskar. This is a group designed special movements. So it's a part of Upa Yoga. So what we do, you need something to put on your feet in, okay? If you have a towel or something, get. If you don't have anything right now, that's fine too. You can just try to put your feet in. So I put this one to feel comfortable when I straight squat. So just 1 round of Yoga Namaskar, okay? So how you do Yoga Namaskar? We start with this Pranamasana, okay, from here. As you inhale, hand goes up, okay? As you exhale, you have to breathe like, by making noise from your nose, and hand goes on the back. So this is inhalation. You inhale and get to here. As you exhale, you do like, and slowly hand goes on the back, okay? Again, as you inhale, hand goes up, stretch it as much as you can. As you exhale, come forward here. Okay, we do 3 times the same thing, like. Again. We do it 3 times. Okay, so once you complete 3 down, just 3. Yeah. Now just straight squat. Okay, so from here, just go to this position. Okay, if you put something on your feet, it will support you to get into this position. So again from here. From here, you go forward as you inhale. Again, as you exhale, come here 3 times. Third time. Once you complete the 3rd round of this one, you again stretch front, and then you get down on your knees, and then get in Balasana. Okay, and then you stand up and get to this position. Let's do 1 more round of this one. Okay, here, and then you relax your hand. So it's a set of 7 movement. Okay, like in the Surya Namaskar, it's a set of 12 movements. This is 7 movements. Let's do 1 more round of the same thing. Okay, again, start from here. As you inhale, hand goes up. Exhale, goes down. Again. Take a pause when you complete the movement, okay? Now again, straight squat, like sit here. Same thing. Last time. One more stretch in front, and then get on knees and get into Balasana. Okay. Then you stand and get to this position. Okay, and then relax. So this was Yoga Namaskar. Normally we do it every, I think, Wednesday, 3 rounds of this one. But today I wanted to do all the flow one. Okay, so now let me move the camera. Next we'll do is it's called Nadi Vibhajan or Marjari Asana. Let me move the camera. Okay. To do Marjari Asana, it's the one we're going to do today is a mixture of Marjari Asana and Vyagra Asana. Okay. For people who do not know, I mean, they're 2 separate asanas, but we combine them in one. Okay. And do it. I think after combining, it's called a Nadi Vibhajan or something. Not very sure, but I think that's why it's called Nadi Vibhajan. So let's do that. Get on your all 4. Okay, like this. So on the back side, foot touch the toe, of both the foot together. Okay, touch it. So touch it so that when you come to this position, they use that as an anchor. When you move and you have to bring your foot back, know where it goes, right? So just touch your toes. So we'll do 3 rounds of this one. How we'll do it? First, start with this. Just hand firm on the ground, and this is number 1. This is the number 1. This is a 10 movement on this one. Okay. So from here, as you exhale, you start with exhalation. Bend your neck, spine goes high. It's also called cat and cow. It's very popular for back. Cat and cow. So this is cow, and get into cat is like this. This is cow. This is cow. Yeah. This is cow. So spine goes down, neck goes high, and you are in this position. This is number 3, right? Now in number 4, again do the same thing, cat, but then what you do is bring your right foot forward, okay? Lift it and bring your right foot forward and try to touch your face with the knees. Okay? And then number 5, right leg goes on the back, high, and then fold it like this, and neck goes high, spine is down, okay? So take a pause for a second or 2. And then slowly get back. Then number 6 is bring right leg to the original position and left leg comes forward this time. Okay, as you exhale. Then slowly, this is number 7. Left leg goes up, neck goes high, spine goes down. Make sure your hand is straight, hand is not bending, okay? Be aware of that. Then left leg goes to original position, spine goes high, neck goes down. Okay. So this is number 8. Now number 9 is simple cow. Head goes up, spine goes down. And then number 10 is neutral. Okay. So this is the whole movement of 10. Let's do 2 more rounds of this. And make your hand is straight, hand is not bending, because you are doing all the movement using your neck and your spine and your leg, okay? So hand is straight. And lock it. I mean, locking, when hand lock, I said lock is, that means hand is straight, okay? This elbow is locked. So here, again, this is number 1, number 2, Neck goes down, spine goes high. Number 3, spine goes down, neck goes high. Number 4, right leg comes forward. Number 5, right leg goes on the back. Neck goes high. Number 6, left leg comes forward. Right leg goes original position. Number 7, right. Now number 8, spine goes high. Number 9, neck goes high, spine goes down. And feel the mega arc from your lower back. And number 10, neutral. Okay. So there was second round. Again, with the third round of this one. Number 1 is neutral. This is number 2. Number 3. In number 4, right leg comes forward. Remember that. Number 5, right leg goes on the back. Hold it, neck goes high. Number 6, right leg goes to the original position, left leg comes forward in number 6. Number 7, left leg goes on the back and fold it, spine goes down. Number 7. Number 8. This is number 9, right? And number 10 is normal. Okay. So that was Nali Vibhajan, you can call it, after we mix Marjari Asana. Is Marjari Asana also called cat and cow, you know, and Vyagra Asana is the one when you just move your leg. That's called Vyagra Asana. I mean, simple cat and cow or simple Marjari is just cat and cow, cat and cow. You keep doing it for a few times. It's very good for the back. Okay. So next we'll do is also a typical, little complex one, Hanuman Asana. So you need something on your under your knees, okay? Huh? Okay. So what we're gonna do is in this one, we're gonna do 3 variations of Hanuman Asana, and we'll do at the end we'll do this Kapot Asana, pigeon pose, Kapot means kabutar. Okay, so pigeon pose. This is the first time we're doing pigeon pose. We're going to mix all that together in this flow. So we'll start with the 3 variation of Hanuman Asana, and the 4th one will be pigeon pose, Kapot Asana. Okay. And let's have 1 round of everything, and then if you have time, we'll do some more. But let me just move the camera a little bit so you could see properly how it's done. So get on your knees first. Okay. So and right leg bring it forward first. So you are here, and the left leg is a slanting position. Okay. So from here, what you do is basically you are sitting on a hip. You are not sitting on your knees. So this is slanting. So from here, as you inhale, as you exhale, you push yourself, push your knees to get into the 90-degree position. Okay. So first leg, right leg, this is 90 degree. You have to make sure it is 90 degree, and the other leg is slanting. So as you exhale, you push it and get into this position, okay? And the spine is straight. And then as you inhale, hand goes up. And you stretch it, as much as possible. You're going to stay in this posture for 10 seconds. I'm going to count here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And then you just hold your knees and slowly bend your right knees. I mean, just straighten it so that you are in this position, like a Hanumanji, So here, you must have seen Hanumanji's picture. So like this one, okay? And this leg is straight, left is bent, and be in this position for 10 seconds. I'm going to count here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Again, what you do is get into the first variation like this one, and you drop your left hand to the ground. Okay, left hand to the ground. So right leg is forward, left on the ground. Then you bend your left leg like this. Okay. Then using your right hand, you hold your this left leg and pull it towards you. It will hurt a little bit, but that's okay. It's all muscle pain. It's not going to hurt you. So just make sure you do like this. You feel a little pain, and then you're going to count here. And you're looking on your right, twist and look on your right shoulder. Then I count here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And then slowly get back to this position, right? So you are again in this position. So we did 3 variations, right? Now 4th one we'll do is called pigeon pose. So the first time we're doing it, so I'll tell you how to do it. So you are here, right? So close to Hanumanasana. Then slowly the leg which is at the front, 90 degrees, just bend it like on the side, excuse me, like this. You know? To see how I'm doing it, you know, and left leg, just straighten it and adjust yourself to get into this position. So right leg is bent, okay, and you are in this position, and then straighten your hand, get back to like a balasana type thing, get into this one, okay. So left leg is straightened out, right leg is bent, okay, and then you are in this. I'm going to count here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. This is simple Kaput asana, but you want to make it a mix of something else too, like Bhujangasana and something. You can just from here, you can just lift yourself, okay, so that your spine is a little arched. You can do that too. But it's simple. If you can do it very easily, like you are flexible enough to do it, then to make it a little difficult, what you can do is this right, this foot, make it little high like this, yeah, and then do that. You'll feel more stress, right? And if you need support of your hip, then you can bend your towel or something and put under your hip so that your hip is supported. Okay. So there's a few things you can do to do this asana. But it's not that difficult. It looks difficult, but it's not. You can go like do it one more time and get to this one, okay? And then come back to original position. Okay, now get back to the on your knees again. So we did 3 variations of Hanumanasana with, and the 4th one was this pigeon pose, Kapotasana. So again, we started with the right leg, right? Now we'll repeat the same thing with left. So bring your left leg forward now. Okay, the same. Just look at the position of the left and right leg. Right leg. Now this one, right leg is, you know, like slanting. Okay. When you sit, you're sitting on a hip, not on your knees, on your right leg. From here, as you exhale, first push yourself, push your knees to get to 90 degrees. So you are here, okay? And you are just trying to find a point in your room and just keep looking at that so that your head is straight too. And then as you inhale, hand goes up. Okay? And just look at that point. I'm going to count here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly you come back, hold your knees again, and then get into the number 2 variation like this. Left leg is straight. Okay. I'm going to count here again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And then we'll do the 3rd variation of Hanumanasana, which is again get front a little bit, right hand this time goes on the floor, left leg is like this, bend your right leg, and from left hand hold this one, your right leg, and like pull yourself, and then look on your left, look on your left shoulder,
And then we'll count here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And slowly drop it. Now get into this position now. Again, so you are in this one. Again, we do the pigeon pose with other leg. So here, just drop your left leg now, right? So left leg drop, floor, and right leg is straighten it. Okay, and then hand goes in the front, and you are like a balasana. This is called pigeon pose, kapotasana, kabutarasana. So you are in this position for 10 seconds again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And then you can come back. So again, if you want, you can put something under the hip here to support yourself. Okay, you put something under your hip, like toggle something.
The question is, when you do this, do you sit on this or do you?
No, you sit on your hip. Center, like this.
Middle?
Okay. Like this. Okay.
So it has to be in the middle.
Yeah. So if you straight your leg, you will get to the position. Your base in the middle. Okay. So that was the flow number 4, right? So we did all the 4 flows. First was Surya Namaskar, then we did this Yoga Namaskar, then we did this Marjari Asana, Nadi Vibhajan flow, 10 movements. Then we did this one, Hanuman Asana flow. And we also did this pigeon pose. Now we'll do something for the back, okay? First, lie down on your stomach. We'll start with Bhujangasana. We'll do like 3 variations of Bhujangasana first. Okay, 3 variations of Bhujangasana. And we hold it for 10 seconds. So these asanas can be do dynamically, like, you can do multiple times, holding like 2-3 seconds and again do the pause. Or you can just do once and hold for longer time. So you can do once, but hold for longer time. Okay, so first is simple Bhujangasana. Bhujang means cobra. In this one, both your feet are touching each other, okay? Both your feet. And then your head, forehead basically is touching the floor. Okay, so forehead touching the floor and both hands on your side and the fingers pointing outward, okay? Towards your head of the crown, okay? Like this. So you are here. So simple Bhujangasana is just you are like a pyramid position, You just lift little bit so that your hand, both hand is on the ground, like lower hand is always on the ground, and you lift yourself. This is called baby cobra pose or saral Bhujangasana, simple Bhujangasana. So you are here, okay? We're just lifting upper part of the body. I'm going to count here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And slowly you go back. So that is simple Bhujangasana. Okay. Now put your head forehead on the floor. Now second one we do is second variation is Bhujangasana, normal Bhujangasana. In this one, you lift little more and your hand goes little up, but elbow is bent again. So from here, as you inhale, you just go like this. Okay, just use your palm to push yourself, okay? And your elbow is bent, elbow is not straight. You are just here. Make sure your hip is not getting off the floor. Just from the spine you are bending, okay? And head little, you can tilt it upwards a little bit. I'm going to count here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And go back to the original position. Okay, so that was a normal Bhujangasana. Now, third one we'll do is called Tiryak Bhujangasana. Tiryak Bhujangasana, like you are twisting. Okay, imagine like a cobra in its pose, in its cobra pose, is looking on the sides. Okay, left side and right side. So that is Tiryak Bhujangasana. So Tiryak, what you do with Tiryak Bhujangasana, first get into Bhujangasana. So from here, but this time you can lift little more. Okay. So from here, as inhale, you get to this one. Okay, here. And then you look on your left, like a cobra looking at your left. And then I'm going to count again here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly get back to the original position. Okay. Again, we'll do same thing, but this time we'll look on the right. So from here, again, lift yourself. As you inhale, lift and look on your right. As right as possible. I'm going to count here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And slowly get on your forehead on the ground. Okay. So that was a Tiryak Bhujangasana. So there are 3 ways of Bhujangasana: simple Bhujangasana, Bhujangasana, and Tiryak Bhujangasana. Normally in the course of the week, we do Bhujangasana multiple times. We do Bhujangasana in Tibetan 5 rites, right? We also do Bhujangasana in Surya Namaskar. Okay. Now next we'll do is called locust pose. It is also very good for the back. So this one, what you're going to do is put both of your hands on the side first, and head on the forehead on the ground, on the floor, and both hands on the side, palm facing up, and slowly lift yourself. Okay, from your butt area, lift yourself and put both the hand under your thighs. Okay, and press it. So both your hands are inside your body, on your thighs. Okay, and forehead is on the floor. First, what we'll do is just by being in this position, just raise your right leg. Okay, as high as possible, but don't lift your butt, just the leg. So raise it, and then we'll count here: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly get it back. Now we do the same thing with left leg. As you inhale, left leg goes up. Okay, just raise it, and then we're gonna count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, slowly get back. Now get in this position, be in this position, and again we're going to do the same thing, but this time both the leg, okay, together. So as you inhale, lift yourself. Okay, and both the feet touching each other. And then I'm going to count here: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly get back. Okay. Now left leg, left hand goes out. Okay. Both the hand out. Right hand and left hand both in front of you. Straighten it, and this time we'll do opposite hand and opposite leg raise. Okay. So from here, what we do is raise your left hand and right leg, and and forehead touching the floor. Okay, and then I'm gonna count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And go back. Again, do the same thing with right. So raise your right hand and left leg. I'm going to count here: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Slowly get back. Okay. Okay. So last asana. So this was like a half locust pose and full locust pose. So half locust pose is when you raise your one leg, and full locust pose is when you raise your both the legs. So we did in Sanskrit, I think it's called a Salav asana or something. Okay. So last one we'll do is called Dhanurasana, like bow pose. Okay. It looks typical, but it's not typical. Okay. We just hold it for 10 seconds and then that will be last asana for today. Okay. So from here, what you do is you are in this position already. Bend both your legs first. Okay. Here, like this. Make some room between your feet and then bend it. And forehead on the ground, okay, from the floor, forehead. From with both the hand, hold your both legs, left to left, right to right. Okay, and as you inhale, you just try to lift yourself, upper body and lower body, okay, and try to straighten your leg so that you are in this position as you inhale. Just do it as much as you can from here. And if you push your leg, it gets into the position, okay? You are in this position. And then we'll count here, get stabilized first, stable, and then we'll count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And then slowly get back to the original position. Okay, now get back. You can do it a balasana maybe for a few seconds. Okay. Now get back to the seated position. Okay. So that's all. We did like all the 4 flows, and we did the Bhujangasana, multiple variation of Bhujangasana, half locust, full locust, and Dhanurasana. Now let me see the time, and then we'll move to the next section. Okay. We'll do some simple pranayam today. We're not going to do the 4 or 5 or 6 pranayam that we do every day. Just 2 or 3 of them. Okay. The first one we'll do is last time we did, I guess, Bhastrika, right? So we'll do the Kapal Bhati. So today we'll do Kapal Bhati with bandhas. So just do 1 round of Kapal Bhati with all the bandhas incorporated. So bandhas at the end of the Kapal Bhati round. When you end the Kapal Bhati, you inhale completely first. First get normal and then inhale completely and then lock it. Okay, lock, do Jalandhar Bandha. Jalandhar Bandha, you lock yourself, lock your neck, hold your breath and then put your chin to your chest. That is Jalandhar Bandha. And then you do the root lock too, okay? Hold for maybe 5 seconds, 7 seconds. Then unlock in a sequence. First unlock the root lock, then unlock the chin lock, and then you exhale slowly and smoothly. Okay. So you've done it before, so sequence, I guess you remember. Okay. But make sure your spine is always erect, straight, and you're unlocking in a sequence. Okay. And your exhalation should be smooth. So let me do the metronome. I'm putting like 120 beats per minute, and every time it beats, that is the exhalation. Okay, so remember that. Since we're just doing 1 round of this, I'll put a little longer. Okay, and then at the end we do the lock. Now do the sequence. Okay, so just do one round of Kapalbhati and the bandhas together. Now let's take 3 Ujjayi breath. Okay, just to calm yourself. Okay, so after 3 Ujjayi breath, let's do Anulom Vilom, 3 rounds of Anulom Vilom. Okay, simple Anulom Vilom. Inhale and exhale. Inhale from the left, exhale from the right, and inhale from the right and exhale from the left. So, but when the inhalation is complete, take a pause and then exhale slowly. Again, once you exhale, take a pause and then you inhale, and use your right nostril to kind of block your right. Use your thumb to block your right nostril. Use your ring finger to block your left nostril. And make sure exhalation is longer. Ideally, it's 1:2 ratio. So if you are inhaling from, say, for 5 count, exhale from the 10 count or 7 count, and then get it in mudra. This is called Nasagra mudra, but you can do like Vishnu mudra too, which is like this. Whatever is comfortable. I'll do this one. So I'll do Nasagra mudra. And left hand comfortably on your knees, or you can do the Gyan mudra from the left hand. Like do this and this. Okay, so let's 3 round of Anulom Vilom. So that's it for the pranayama. So once you exhale from the left, you can stop it. So when you block your nostril, you don't have to, move your neck here and there, like twist your neck. It's not like that. You just, this little bone, little above your nostril, just touch it and it will block. You have to figure that out where it is, and practice with it, then you can figure out where that little bone is. And just press it a little bit and comfortably you can block it completely. Okay. Okay, so next, that's end for the pranayama. We don't have time. So for the meditation part, we'll do today is Yoga Nidra. Okay. So Yoga Nidra, it's like maybe 20-25 minutes. Get the blanket. So you can get a blanket, you can get whatever to put on you if that makes you more comfortable. Whatever makes you more comfortable, that's what it is for. Okay. Don't, if you're wearing a belt or something, take it off. You're wearing like glasses, of course, off, watch off. Okay. So, there should be any tension in the body. And then you lie in Savasana, basically.
Oh, Shavasana.
Savasana. We'll do Savasana and lie down. And few things to keep in mind is in Yoga Nidra, it's not like you are sleeping. You are not sleeping at all. Okay. You are just listening. You have to force yourself not to sleep. Okay. And they'll also tell in the audio that please do not sleep. So you have to be very aware and just follow the guidelines. Okay. And don't put like one leg on another, or hand should be on your tummy. Everything should be like separate. So hand should be on the side, like a dead body. Savasana is like a dead body, right? Your body doesn't move, right? Dead body doesn't move. So you don't have to move at all. Okay. And just listen to this one. You can put comforter or put something on your head. Okay. Under your head, but not a big pillow, not a thick pillow. Very, very, like little towel or something is fine. Okay. Let me put the audio and just follow the audio. Just make sure you are very, very aware. Whatever he's saying, just listen to it and follow it. Whatever he's asking you to do. Okay. And do not sleep. So let me start that and you can relax, lie down in Savasana. And I'm going to put the audio.
Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Please get ready for Yoga Nidra. Lie down in Shavasana with feet slightly apart, arms 6 inches away from the body, beside the body, with palms of the hands upwards, facing upwards, head in a straight line with the spinal column, eyes gently closed. Adjust your blanket, clothes and position so that you can practice Yoga Nidra without moving and with no physical discomfort. Please close your eyes and keep them closed. Loosen all the tight parts of the body, the belt, the wristwatch. Remove the glasses. Complete relaxation of the whole body. Surrender the whole body to the floor. Surrender the whole body to the floor. Relax the whole body. Say to yourself mentally, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. I will not sleep during the practice of Yoga Nidra. Give yourself some time to become calm and steady. Take a deep breath And as you breathe in and as you breathe out, feel the calmness spreading throughout the body and tensions leaving the body. Breathing in, feel the calmness spreading throughout the body. And breathing out, say to yourself mentally, relax, and feel the tensions leaving the body. Now become aware of the sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sound that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing operate like a radar, searching out distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Move your attention from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source. Gradually, bring your attention closer. Bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds outside the building, and then to sounds inside this building. Move your mind from sound to sound. Just listen. Do not try to think about them. Do not try to identify the source. Like the microphone of a tape recorder, make your mind sensitive to hear all the sounds within the range of hearing. Now develop awareness of this room. Without opening the eyes, visualize the walls, the ceiling, the floor, the body lying on the floor. See the body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of the physical body lying on the floor in perfect stillness. Do not sleep. Become aware of the body lying on the floor. Awareness of the body in perfect stillness and in state of relaxation. Observe the breath. Observe the breath. Experience the breath in the nostrils. As you breathe in, feel the coolness of the breath within the nostrils, and as you breathe out, feel the warmth of the breath within the nostrils. Complete awareness of the breath flowing inside the nostrils. Deepen the awareness of breath by observing the temperature of air as it goes in the nostrils. It is cool, and as it comes out, it is warm. Now, is the time to make the sankalpa. Now is the time to make your resolve. Simple resolve. Simple sankalpa. Please state your resolve clearly with feeling, faith, and awareness 3 times mentally. Now we are going to rotate our consciousness through different parts of the body. You have to move the mind from one part of the body to the next as I name the different parts. Repeat mentally the name of each part after me and simultaneously visualize that part in front of the closed eyes and become aware of that part, relax that part, and then move on to the next part. The practice always begins with the right hand. Right hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, 4 fingers and thumb together, palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, heel, sole, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, 5 toes together, the whole right side, the whole right side, the whole right side. Become aware of the whole right side, relax the whole right side of the body. Now bring your attention to the left side of the body. Rotation of consciousness through the left side. Left hand thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, 4 fingers and thumb together, palm, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, heel, sole, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. 5 toes together, the whole left side, the whole left side, the whole left side. Awareness and relaxation of the whole left side. Now bring the awareness to the back side of the body. Right buttock, left buttock, right waist, left waist, right lower back, left lower back, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the spinal cord, neck, back of the head, crown of the head, the whole back, the whole back, the whole back. Bring your attention to the front, the forehead, the forehead, the forehead. Right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the eyebrow center, right eye, left eye, bridge of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, tip of the nose, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, teeth, tongue, chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, depression of the chest, the diaphragm, upper abdomen, right abdomen, left abdomen, lower abdomen, the navel, the whole trunk, the whole trunk, the whole trunk, the whole right arm, the whole right arm, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, the whole left arm, the whole left arm, the right leg, the right leg, the left leg, the left leg, the back, the back, the head, the whole head, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Relax the whole body completely. Become aware of the whole body completely. The whole body lying on the floor. Visualize the whole body in one thought, in one glimpse. Observe the whole body from the toes to top of the head. Complete awareness of the whole body from top of the head right down to the toes. The whole body, the whole body. Now you have to visualize the following objects as I name them. Visualize the objects as I name them in your Chidakash. Chidakash is the space in front of the closed eyes. If I name the symbol of the rising sun, then mentally you have to visualize the image of the rising sun in your Chidakash as clearly as possible, as colorfully as possible, as vibrant as possible. And in this way, you will have to develop the image of the various objects and symbols as I name them. Intensify your imagination and quickly follow the form of vision or awareness of the item which is being named. As I name the various objects, intensify your imagination. The rising sun, the rising sun, the rising sun behind the mountains, the rising sun behind the mountains, blue sky, blue sky, white clouds floating in the blue sky, white clouds, golden clouds, orange clouds, pink clouds, the setting sun, behind the ocean, the sun being reflected on the waves of the ocean, the sun being reflected on the waves of the ocean as it sets, the golden waves, the golden waves, the blue waves, the blue waves, many colored clouds forming, many colored clouds forming, twilight, starlit night, starlit night, moonlit night, full moon, a standing dog, a moving elephant, a racing horse, big pond with clear water, lotuses blooming in the pond, blue lotus, white lotus, pink lotus, sandy bank of the river, a sailboat on the river, a bonfire burning on the banks of the river, bonfire. Try to listen to the crackle of the fire. Try to hear the crackle of the fire. Chimney smoke rising from an old house. A garden. A garden with beautiful beds of flowers in it. Roses, different colored roses. Pink rose, red rose, yellow rose. Smell their fragrance. Visualize the dewdrops on the petals. Visualize the dewdrops on the petals. Trees, trees, a deep, dark forest, a deep, dark forest, wide spreading trees, tall, stately trees, trees laden with leaves, trees without leaves, just bare trees. A small clearing in between the trees. A small clearing in between the trees and a temple in the clearing. a small temple with an aura of light around it. Go to the door of the temple. The door is locked. You sit down on the floor in front of the closed door. Close your eyes. Visualize yourself sitting down in front of the closed door of the temple and closing the eyes and becoming still. A sense of deep peace and harmony envelops you as you close the eyes. As you are surrounded by the light radiating from the temple, a sense of deep peace and harmony envelops you. And the sounds outside fade into the distance. You are in a meditative state. Feel and experience the peace and the tranquility. Now bring your awareness back to Chidakash. Bring your awareness to the dark space in front of the closed eyes. This space in front of the forehead. Watch this space, the inner space, with detachment. Do not become involved. Rest your mind in this warm and friendly darkness. If any subtle phenomena manifest, for example, colors that emerge in the space or patterns of light and colors and movements which emerge in the mental space of Chidakash, simply observe them. Make note of these and continue with your awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and then go. But you have to continue watching the dark space, the warm space, the friendly darkness. Continue observing the Chidakash with detached awareness. Continue observing the Chidakash with detached awareness, feeling and experiencing harmony, relaxation, and peace. Now, repeat your resolve 3 times. The same resolve which you made at the beginning of the practice. Repeat it mentally 3 times, using the same words and the same attitude. Become aware of the resolve with feeling and with faith. Repeat it mentally 3 times. Now become aware of the breathing. Become aware of the natural breath. Experience the movement of breath in the body. Become aware of the arms and legs and the body stretched out on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between the body and the floor. Develop awareness of the room, the walls, the ceiling. Develop awareness of the noises in the room and noises outside the room. Do not sleep Externalize the mind. Do not open the eyes. Externalize the mind. Become aware of the outside environment. Become aware of the outside sounds. Gradually begin to move your body. Move the toes, the feet, the legs, the hands, the arms, the head from side to side. Take your time. Do not hurry. Do not open your eyes. Simply move the body. Externalize your mind. Take a deep breath in. Stretch the whole body. And then slowly and gently sit up. And only then open your eyes. The practice of Yoga Nidra is over. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Okay, guys. Something's okay.
Thank you, Prakash.
Hey,
Thanks, Prakash.
Thank
happy
you.
Sunday, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. 6:30 tomorrow.
Okay.
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.